Hey y'all, it's Elizabeth and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, thanks for joining me. And today I'm going to talk about sleep training and like what we did for Emmett, why we started kind of early. I'll jump right in. In the beginning, of course, newborns, like they don't really need to be sleep trained, they need to eat a lot. And I just kind of let Emmett sleep on his own schedule. Like if he woke up during the night, I would go get him. If he didn't, I wouldn't wake him up to nurse. Usually I wouldn't. I would never like set my alarm and everything, but most of the time he was getting up, and then it kind of slowed down a little bit. But it was really, really hard for him to sleep in his bassinet. We bought a bassinet used, and in the hospital he was fine. He liked to be swaddled. He slept in that little box thing just fine. And then we brought him home. He wouldn't want to sleep in the bassinet. Like, I think the first night he slept in the bassinet, and then after that, like, he didn't want to nap in the bassinet. So we put him towards the swing, because like there's that 5S's thing that you learn, at least we learned in the parenting class. It's from the Happiest Baby on the Block thing, and it's shushing, swaddling, swinging, sucking, and like side, where you lay the baby on its side. And he didn't like being swaddled at home. He liked sucking my boob and on a pacifier. He didn't like the shushing. My husband would like hold him up like real close and be like shh, like really, really loud in his ear. And Emmett did not like that either. I even had like a white noise app, and like that helped a little bit. That's like really popular on the App Store on iTunes or Apple. Not iTunes. Anyway, so he didn't really like any of that, and the first couple nights he slept in the bassinet, but like I said, he didn't like it, so we put him in the swing. So he would sleep, we put him in the swing, and we went like swinging all night, but that's mainly where he slept. And I think he liked sitting up a little bit because he was like a spitter-upper, so I think laying flat kind of irritated him. But we did that, and usually to get him to sleep, he would swing and like nurse and swing and nurse and swing. Sometimes it took a really long time to do that, and that was like before 8 weeks. And then even at 8 weeks he was still kind of doing that, but he was sleeping longer stretches through the night. Like I said, that was his own thing. I let him do. He was sleeping, I think, from like 11 to 6 sometimes, or 12 to 9. I can't really, I just remember like waking up at 9 a lot. I don't know why. And then he would go back to sleep and like sleep like 2 hours. So he would just get up and nurse, and I would like change him, and then he literally would go right back to sleep and like take his morning nap. So that was kind of neat that he did that all on his own. You know, I wasn't waking him up in the middle of the night to eat, because I liked my sleep, and I wasn't about to say, hey, let's get up and eat. So that was that. And then, so like I said, that once he started sleeping through the night more is when I tried to start a nighttime routine. I would try to give him a bath, try to nurse him, like let him swing in his swing, have the lights down low, and the swing was in the living room with us. Excuse me. So pretty much like I could sit on the couch and I could see him in the swing. We were in this really small apartment in Japan, so that's that. But I was traveling to America, and he was about 9 weeks old at this point when I was traveling to America. And like I said, he only liked sleeping in the swing, so the plane ride was really crazy. But anyways, that's a different story. So we got to my mom's house, and she had a pack and play and a swing. So we tried him in the swing the first night, and it was kind of rough because I think, you know, we're adjusting to the time change and everything. So then we were traveling a little bit back and forth in America. Then we finally settled down at my parents' house, and that's when we kind of started really doing sleep training, because he was like really grumpy and like really hard to get to settle down, like I said. And I don't know if we would have traveled, if this would have worked. It'll be interesting to see with a new baby if we're not traveling or whatever, to see how it worked. I'm sure it'll probably work the same, because he didn't really know sense of time, I guess you could say. So I don't know if like the swinging was upsetting him. I really have no idea why. He would cry and cry and cry. He would cry and cry in the swing, and like eventually settle down after like 3 nursings sometimes. So who knows. So we laid him down on the pack and play is how we did it. So we gave him a bath, every night, and I gave him lotion after his bath every night. And then I would nurse him, and then I would go lay down and then lay him flat on his back, and because that's like how he slept usually anyways. And for the first night it was kind of hard. Oh, also, sorry, we had this little giraffe for music, so this helped. You just like wind him up right here and put it in the crib where he couldn't get it. And if this came out and he was still crying, I would give him his pacifier, but I wouldn't pick him up, and I would wind this thing up again. So he had music, he had dark time, he had his pacifier, and I would always like rub his back like, hey, it's okay, mommy's here. And that's pretty much what we did. And each night I tried to increase the time I would go in there. Like the first night I think I was like really, like every time. And the second night I was trying to like be a little bit more fine. The third night I would go in there, you know, like every 20 minutes just to kind of check in. But he like kind of would settle down on his own. He would never scream. He would never cry like he used to. I mean, maybe like the first night, you know, because I think it's new and he's not used to it. But it was just like kind of like, it's okay, mommy's here. I would give him the passy, and that kind of would calm him down. And that really helped him out, like reassuring, like, oh hey, it's mom, she's here to like love me. But I didn't want to pick him up because that would like stimulate him. And so if he would sleep and then like wake up in the middle of the night, which he never really did after we kind of got this routine down, I would nurse him. But he never really woke up during the night anyways. Like I said before, he would sleep really long stretches. So then he started sleeping from like 8 to 8 at that point, and that was really great with him. And we also had a baby monitor. I don't know if this is our baby monitor. It's a Samsung one. So that kind of helped me like not go in there as much, because I could see him and like see that he was okay and that nothing was really bothering him. So I just think he was upset with being in a new environment and stuff like that. So once he kind of got that down, and he really liked to suck, like I said, so I think once he realized, oh, the pacifier will help me calm down and everything, that really helped him out. And for a while he was sleeping in a swing at naps. So when we came back from the States to Japan, because that's where we were living at the time, I had to like sleep train him in his crib for a nap. And that was kind of hard because we were moving and he wouldn't have his swing at my husband Ben's parents' house. Sorry, so I had to sleep train him for that, and that was kind of like the same thing. And then my friend told me about this app called Relax Melodies, and you just put it into the Google Play or the App Store. And he really liked Vacuum and Medieval because that's what her daughter liked. And we played that a lot too, so that I feel like the music and the bath and the nursing, all that stuff, he really got into like the good routine of doing that. And we still use the Relax Melodies app now, but we use like more Zen and like more musical stuff. So that really helped out too, and it's great for like traveling, because sometimes he'd be like really fussy and you just play it and like it would send him right to sleep. So that was something that was really, really helpful too. So if you're looking to sleep train, I know it can be really hard and it can be difficult. Sometimes it's easier for another spouse to do it, like do the nighttime routine if you're not nursing, or even so if you are nursing, like maybe just to go in there afterward, because that kind of helped me out. I think my mom kind of went in there like a couple times when we were sleep training him, but I never really let him cry it out all that much. You know, if he was really crying hysterically, I would pick him up and nurse him, and I know sometimes, or I don't know, just hold him. And I know it's really hard for a mother to like hear your baby scream and everything, so I understand that. And trying to get some sleep too on top of it, you just want to get sleep, and it's really hard that too when you have a baby, especially them waking up in the middle of the night. And sometimes waking up in the middle of the night, like if he would cry, I would try to give him the passy, and that most of the time would work. Like he never really needed a nursing. I think he just lost his passy or kind of woke up and was frustrated, because I know sometimes moms get confused with that, like, oh, my baby wants to eat. Maybe not necessarily, but if he cried and I gave him the passy like 2 or 3 times, then I would pick him up and nurse him, and then he'd go back down to bed. But most of the time he always just wanted the passy. So I'm gonna try to wrap this up, but that's pretty much what helped for us. So like bath time, nursing, the music, the pacifier, and I know sometimes if your baby doesn't take the pacifier, that can be a little hard, but just like comforting and like telling the baby like, hey, it's okay, you know, we're here, it's just time for night night, and they'll get used to it. But like I said, the music thing really helps too, because I think it just like soothes them. I don't know when that's gonna stop. I've always thought about that, like I wonder when he's gonna not want the music. And Emmett has slept without the pacifier a couple times. I've accidentally forgot to give it to him, and he never really cried or anything. I mean, he's a pretty good baby, so that's that. So yes, so thanks for watching, and I hope this really helps you out when you're sleep tuning, and there's a lot of videos about it. I don't really know if they're saying what I'm saying, but it definitely really worked out for me. And if you're looking to do something like that, I would try it out, and then if it's not for you, it's not for you. I mean, it may not be for everybody, but thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Oh, and don't forget to just subscribe down below, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. But anyways, thanks for watching.